Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 cold weather hiking and backpacking items that you didn't know you needed. If you are new here, welcome to the Hike Oregon channel. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs as well as gear reviews and just general tips and tricks videos to help you become a more confident hiker and backpacker. If you enjoy content like that, click that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I make a new video. And as always, if you would like more content from me, you can support me over on Patreon, where for as little as just $1, you get 2 extra videos a month. So I've been hiking here in Oregon in the winter, in the cold and the snow for many years now, and these are some items that I came up with over time that have really helped me have a more pleasurable experience hiking in the cold. The first thing that came to mind is getting an insulated cup. Whether that be for day hiking or backpacking, having that insulated cup will keep whatever beverage you are making on the trail warm. If you just have a regular cup, if you are making coffee at lunch or if you're backpacking for breakfast, your coffee will get cold pretty much instantly. So it is really handy to have that insulated cup. When I'm snowshoeing in the winter time, I love taking a stove, and during lunch breaks, I really enjoy making a hot cup of coffee and then putting it in that insulated cup and enjoying it during my extended lunch break, or I can just hold it while I'm on my way back down to the car and I can drink it over the next few hours, and it does stay really nice and warm. The next item is definitely for backpacking, and it is a pair of down booties. I have these from Outdoor Vitals. They are super warm, and they come in this little stuff sack, so they're really small, convenient, lightweight, and they are a game changer when you are backpacking in the cold. When you're all set up in your tent and you take off your cold, clammy socks. Oftentimes your socks are wet just from snow or hiking in the rain, and you put on a pair of down booties. It is heavenly, and you will not regret taking these on your trip with you. The next thing I suggest is also for backpacking, and it's one of those little electronic sleeping pad pumps. These are super handy any time of the year, but I highly recommend them for wintertime because you do not want to blow up your sleeping pad with your breath, especially in the winter. If you are blowing into your sleeping pad, you are introducing water particles, and if it's really cold out, that water in your sleeping pad will freeze and your sleeping pad will not be very warm. So I highly recommend one of these small electronic pumps, and you can avoid that problem altogether. The next thing I recommend is a hose insulator for your day pack water bladder. If you are one of the many people that enjoys drinking out of one of the water bladder hoses on your day hikes or backpacking trips, if you've hiked with them in cold weather, you will probably have found out that they tend to freeze. There's water in the hose and in the little mouthpiece, and it will freeze if you're not drinking water every few minutes, which, to be honest, most of us really don't do, especially in the winter when it is cold. I, at least, don't drink enough water. So I recommend getting a hose insulator that will keep the hose from freezing. And a little tip I have for you is to fill the bladder up with warm water. This really helps me drink more water. When I'm already cold, I'm drinking cold water, my body's like, nope, I don't want this. But if it's warm water, I am way more likely to drink more. And it will keep the water from freezing as well. If you are hiking somewhere like in Oregon or Washington where it is wet as well as cold, I recommend getting some waterproof over mitts for your mittens or gloves. Most of us that are hiking and backpacking aren't really wearing like super huge waterproof gloves like you would for skiing or snowboarding. Most of us tend to wear little mittens. However, if it is raining or if there's a wet snow, your mittens will probably get pretty wet. So getting a pair of lightweight waterproof over mitts will really help, and it'll help keep the wind out as well. The next thing you may not think of when you are hiking and backpacking in the winter is carrying chapstick with SPF as well as actual sunscreen, because you're like, it's winter, it's rainy, you're not thinking about sun. However, if you are going somewhere where there is snow, this is really, really important because you can get sunburned with the snow, even if it is an overcast day. The snow reflects the sunlight and you can actually get burned from the bottom versus from the actual sun that's coming at you from the sky. So it's really important that you put on that chapstick with SPF as well as sunscreen. And my last little tip is taking high calorie foods. When your body is cold, it is burning so many more calories, and then doing things like snowshoeing just burns so many extra calories as well. So to keep from bonking and lacking energy on your hike or backpacking trip, I recommend taking really high calorie foods. I suggest things like high calorie cookies, nuts like walnuts or macadamia nuts. Finding a jerky that's pretty high in fat is also a really good idea. And then, of course, your average candy, whether it be like Snickers or peanut butter cups, something that has nuts and chocolate and is pretty high in calories and fat. Your body will really, really appreciate that. It will help keep you warm and energized on your trip. So those are my 7 cold weather hiking and backpacking items that maybe you didn't know you needed. If you have any suggestions, comment them below. I'd love to hear them, and so would other people. I upload weekly on this channel, so if you have some video ideas for me, I would also love to hear those in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my Instagram. That's where I post all of my recent hiking and backpacking adventure pictures. And if you want to hike and backpack here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net, and you'll find tons of information there, as well as access to my 3 hiking guidebooks. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you on the next adventure.